The game didn't save from last time I slept here, and it reloaded from the moment I met the knight by the tree, so I had to move a couple of places myself there. Now, what I'm looking for is where that guy's gone. I got enough sleep now. Could be anywhere. Where? Here. Actually, yes. Enough to steal. So, where is the Gemini? Right here. It looks like he's warming himself up.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
Alright, talk to the master fresco painter. So it looks like we did got some useful information. Besides that, I increased my graphics just slightly a little bit more, and precisely the distance at which things get rendered, so hopefully it will be just a little bit better. In any case, looks like the man I'm looking for is sitting in the tavern. Okay.
Am I invisible? Over here, a beer!
Jesus, what do you want from me now?
Quicksilver.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month they've told me they've none. There's no quicksilver to be had, they said.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Who's holding back the goods?
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
What do you need quicksilver for?
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes are just to imagine it.
Ha! Thanks.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
What do you have to
Why
sell?
not? Show me what you have to offer.
He doesn't have anything whatsoever. Nothing at all. No money also. So, obviously he is in trouble. Or maybe he just didn't have anything I would buy. For example, paint. Red paint. Okay, so continue the investigation in the Overseer's office. Let's go there and let's try to find out what's that all about there. The Overseer's office. Very interesting indeed. I wonder what did they have to say about that. Okay. Is that it? That's quite a few books that they just stole. Alright, even more. Let's take everything. That's it. Here. Oh, that's robbing. Shouldn't rob it here. I could read that, but I won't. I can sleep here. Overseer's hand. What can you tell me?
G'day.
Do you have any Quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
The poor painter. That poor painter.
I'm here on behalf of the master fresco painter. He said you sent him away empty-handed 3 times already.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Okay. Now, if you're stealing, you're in deep trouble. Why can't you sell it to me?
Can't you? In the Sasau monastery? That seems unlikely. It looks more like you're lining your own pockets to me. I wonder what people would have to say about that.
It's not. I'm not. Ugh, shit.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. Directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
Interesting. How do you get this quicksilver for them? What did they threaten you with? How do you get the silver?
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery, that they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing, I mean before then.
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Well, thanks.
Thank you.
Alright, that was awesome. That's the overseer himself, but he will not speak to me at all.
Hey!
Now, where on earth are we gonna go? We are going to speak with Master Fafar. I can travel from this location, so I'm gonna move outside. Okay. The quick, the fast travel location will take us very, very close. And looks like we're almost there. Yes, very far. Sasau Scribe. I could buy something from you, Scribe.
Jesus, what do you want from me now?
Let's start trade. Gonna buy everything you have. That's quite a bit. Anyway, I'm gonna buy it. Furthermore, I want to go to the settings, graphic settings, and change from camera to object. See how is that different, if at all. No, that's even worse. Or maybe not. Let's see. Because I think that's just slightly
Well
quicker.
then, speak up.
What actually happened in this guy's counterfeits?
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Why?
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
I know where they get their quicksilver.
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
Not yet.
Maybe it would be worth the time.
I'll go and see.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapota.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard, Master Engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
Alright. At least we've got something out of this. Let's go to this engraving workshop now. There's no blood here, so it looks like nobody got killed badly. We are gonna go faster now. Besides, we could visit the smith and see if the smith has anything to say. Okay, it's quite late now. There's only one smith here. Let's see if there's any information. No, nothing. So we'll get some sleep up until tomorrow morning, and from here start working again. 7 o'clock is very early. It could be that nobody's gonna be here. Okay, it's good that they start work early. Stuck with his
G'day.
companion. Looks like he won't tell me much. What about the smith himself?
What are you loitering here for? Get lost!
Come now, no need for that. Okay, I'll give you some money. Do you work with copper? Okay, what can you tell me about the blacksmiths of Sasa?
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough, and a fair hand at everyday things. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old, and too proud to admit it.
Do you work with copper?
Do you work any copper here, Master Blacksmith?
Why'd you ask?
I'd like to have something made. I'm making some inquiries. I'd like to have something made. I'll try to go around this.
I'd want to commission you to make something.
Then you best go elsewhere. I never use copper.
Aha. So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Aha.
Alright. About repairs. What I would like to repair. Sword, 2 swords, and that'll do.
That's stolen. What are you trying on me?
Oh,
Get the hell out of here.
he knew. He knew it was stolen. Both of these are stolen. In any case, it's gonna take some time until these get fixed up. Alright, alright. It's just a villager. And what I'm looking for is there. Right in here. Master Jerome.
God be with you.
How's the work going on,
How
Master?
goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
What are you working on?
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
Do you work here alone?
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone. Which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The 5th scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague, or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high, or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
Tell me about Florian.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest, as though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask why?
I've got a message for him. He owes me money.
He owes me money.
Naturally. Dice or boozing, was it? Pray do tell.
Both.
Sodom and Gomorrah are too good for the boy. Here you go. I'll dock his wages.
I'll get it from him personally.
Thank you, Master. You're most kind. But I'd rather get it from him myself.
If you think he'll have anything to give, please yourself. About your question, you'll find him at home. No doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you.
Does Florian have any enemies?
Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
A bad housewoman?
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion I made an exception.
Do you have any